Alright, so we've still got some things to clean up in the aftermath of the Outsider defeat, so let's jump into the mission map.
Yeah, there are still some that aren't dead, insane, or running. And we've got to go put them in the ground where, as we know, all godless, soulless aliens belong.
Well, yeah, let's spend a few upgrade points first.
Yeah, let's upgrade some engineers.
I probably should have given him the gun one, but whatever. Mines, rockets...
Yeah, I guess.
And I forget what I go with.
I think you're going to give him the shield? Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, there's... At this point, we're not encountering a whole lot of mechanical enemies anyway, so it's not that useful a perk.
Yeah, at this point, you really should have a full stable of level 5 agents, and you can sort of just go wild with how weird and stupid you want them to be.
Yeah, you're free to invest in the lesser abilities if you want to just see what they're like, because why not?
Yeah, because you have no... your dispatch missions have no risk of getting agents killed.
Machine gun to target short and medium range enemies.
That video is incorrect. It's not a machine gun. It's a fully automatic laser. The icon for that turret, ironically, is actually more or less a picture of the original version of the turret, which was this weird spherical thing that had like spotlights and shit on it. It looked a lot like a BioShock turret, actually. But it really didn't fit with the aesthetic at all.
Technology commandeered from the Outsiders briefly renders the recon agent invisible. Best used to send the recon agent into sniping or flanking position.
This is probably my favored recon ability versus diversion.
I'm always in the diversion camp, but they're both good.
Yeah, they are both good. Fortunately.
Pulse wave. Do I go with the guns? Yeah, I'll give him better guns. Statman Harris. What a name.
He doesn't have very good stats compared to everybody else. Jeez.
He's a bit low.
Yeah, seems like he needs some more dispatch missions.
Anyway, as far as... let's change him up again. Let's go with the tactical turtleneck.
Carter's gone goth. Oh, well.
Everything black.
Like his soul.
And let's see, what am I doing with the squad? It's hard to remember. Who haven't I used in a while?
I don't remember, actually. Well, Totally a Human, obviously, you haven't used recently. You've definitely not used Annihilated.
I just like the pink jumpsuit. I get a kick out of that. So
pink jumpsuit is pretty great, yeah. Well, here we go.
They get the plasma cannon. Fuck yes.
Definitely not shard cannon. Yeah.
What do I give him?
It was still marked as a shotgun afterward, specifically because, if not, the engineers wouldn't have had a top-tier plasma level weapon. And that would have been really shitty.
And quartermass. Am I using you, or... Yeah, just
yes, you are.
Sticking with the same stuff.
If you really want to know what it's... If you really want to, just make yourself hate this game, try using human weapons past, Signal.
I did it once for kicks, and I immediately stopped.
It's unpleasant as hell. It's just not a thing you should do, ever. It's a very bad idea.
Not really feasible a lot of the times. There's no ammo.
It isn't feasible. It's not intended to be.
And just checking out the little radio broadcast. Hey, Pima.
Ah, that's right. Originally, at the end of Signal, you blew up the tower, and it fell over. But, no, it's sort of, space junk!
Send some dudes off there. Ooh,
this
corrosive plasma.
This pack is a sort of, tricky pack, because it doesn't sound like it's amazing.
It says extra damage, but only against mechanical enemies, or does it actually apply to everybody?
I want to say it ups the DOT damage for plasma against everything, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, the description only says mechanical enemies, and that's basically you don't need an edge against mechanical at this point in the game.
We're going to Fargo.
Fargo. Hey, don't you know?
Ah, sure. Go to North Dakota.
Not sure I agree with your field work there, Bob.
So yeah, this really doesn't look like North Dakota at all, huh? Yeah.
North Dakota has redwoods?
What? No. No. And that is a, a California national park sign right there.
Oh my god, the Outsiders are transplanting whole sections of California.
God, what a terrible fate. So this mission was shown to the press before release. I don't remember exactly who it was shown to, but I think I can find the video somewhere on YouTube, probably. And unsurprisingly, this mission has not changed since then. It is exactly the same. If you watch that trailer, do stick around. The commentary will probably be much more interesting than the commentary on that video.
Ready.
But this mission is our first mission where we have NPC sleepwalkers in the line of fire.
Get those stems ready! Stems ready!
To forestall the inevitable question, go ahead, murder them. No one cares.
Shield that spot!
Yeah, you can. I don't, but
yeah,
you can.
Well, it's usually very difficult to avoid killing them. The Outsiders don't give a shit. If they're in the line of fire, the Outsiders will just gun them down without a second thought.
Yeah, they're kind of close to your line of fire there, but...
They just sort of wander around doing much of nothing. This, what?
I was going to say, like, the point of this mission is, like, we're rescuing sleepwalkers that the Outsiders... The reason the Outsiders have sleepwalkers is kind of odd.
Yeah, they're using them as labor, theoretically. This is one of the missions that has a sort of thin justification. It's just another side mission. You know?
Honestly, they should have just said, go rescue a bunch of sleepwalkers. I don't care why the Outsiders have them.
Yeah, it's just, every mission needs a sort of little token briefing to be like, and this is why
we are here at all.
Yeah. Could be worse. It's a pretty mission, though.
Oh, it is.
I mean, the trees are quite nice looking. Some of our technical artists did some voodoo magic on making these trees so few draw calls. It's really quite impressive.
And that guy.
A brief reminder that even this late in the game, you're not even close to invulnerable. You can die in. Well, you saw how quickly it was. If you're not in cover, you take a significantly larger amount of damage, and that's enough to down you in a second or so.
Let's try this again.
That rocket turret just
well spoken.
That dude
said. Try it again.
Come on,
peek up. Side missions in development were never really it was never really defined when in the storyline any of the individual side missions were going to be, because the original plan was to have them doable at any point. Once you did one, another one would open up, and so theoretically you could just get rid of them all before you even really started the story. But, just letting a player blow through all the content like that and not have any left is a little...
Are you okay? Keep the pressure on!
It's not good practice. It doesn't... It gives people unfavorable impressions of your game and the amount of content you have. This button is optional, but,
it makes me feel good.
Yeah.
We found a few of the sleepwalkers, Doc, but we haven't found the main construction yet.
Oh, wait, there it is.
He believes that once they complete
it could be anything. That could just be another, large metal object in the middle of the woods. You know those.
That was before the Outsiders were desperate.
Happen all the time.
He believes that now any unneeded sleepwalkers will be disposed of.
You don't mean?
Yes.
Just another reason to put a stop to this.
Yep, so, Lab was not was not an accident. That is exactly what the Outsiders do when they're done with them. They dump them into big mass graves. So yeah, this mission, you notice the human weapon back there on the ground. All the missions kind of had human weapons farting around in random little places because it wasn't clear at what point in the game they would be, so it was a potential concern that the weapon would be useful, that you would want to pick something up at that point. It might be an upgrade or a side grade or something.
Or just a decent alternative.
Right.
Load up, agents. No telling.
Well, this is the solution to that problem.
There you go.
This is one of the few side missions which really tells you, if your shit isn't working, here's a nice little, here's a second chance to figure out what's going to do something against the enemies you're about to fight.
William, come in.
Make it fast, Doc. We're a little busy.
We have detected a power spike.
I like this arena.
This arena is interesting, yes.
Kind of little multi-level stuff there.
Yes, this is one of the few multi-level areas in the game that works very well, actually. I like it a lot. It works quite well, and is also a credible threat.
Launching a drone! The point, Doc.
I noticed the more threatening encounters in this game are the ones where they just receive sort of a constant stream of reinforcements, because it really screws with your ability to determine when a good usage of your powers is and how. Yeah, exactly. Anything that messes with the player's ability to determine when he should use a power is going to be very difficult.
So basically, no single encounter is ever dangerous. It's just the very long ones. Hey, and there's a muton flying.
And this is the thing that will catch you out if you're not careful in this encounter. Is that muton elite coming in? If you've decided to play bum rush o'clock and just run around and blow away dudes, this guy will come in and he will completely ruin your day here.
Standard outsider scan.
That's not a standard outsider. That's a tier 3 outsider, actually. He's got a laser pulse rifle.
Tier 3, but he's not like an elite or a phantom or anything.
No, he is not an elite. He is still just a regular outsider.
Which at this point in the game is kind of uncommon.
But he is the, yeah, but you'll notice he does look slightly different from the ones you saw earlier in the game. Mainly because he's on fire right now.
Yep.
So, this is a sort of a bug that can happen with this muton elite. If you aggro him enough, he won't jump down like that until much later.
Get those stems ready!
And that makes him much easier to deal with. But the moment he jumps down... Yeah.
Could be a lot more dangerous, but honestly, he's...
They're making a push!
That looks like you staggered him out of the jump. Okay, yeah, that's good. If you hadn't done that... And he dies before he jumps.
Yeah.
If you kill him at exactly the right time, he will jump and then just sort of blow up and vaporize in midair halfway through the jump arc.
Oh, I wish I'd seen that.
It's really difficult to do. It's difficult enough to do that it's not even really like a thing that anyone cared about.
Oh well.
It looks pretty cool too. But it's not. It's obviously not intended, but it's not a...
And this is another one of those long combat things where the combat never ends, so your skills don't quite reset. So
it sort of ends. I mean, you can just sit here on this little wall as long as you like, as long as you don't trigger these guys.
It's true, but I mean, your skills aren't going to stop and reset. And there's our sniper scan.
Yeah. Nothing's really special about him. He has a plasma sniper rifle. He has a laser. He has a shield.
Take cover!
I do like taking control of the snipers sometimes.
Mind controlling snipers is extraordinarily good, yes. They can do it. Massive amount of damage.
And we got altitude here, so...
Lifting it!
And there you go.
Altitude.
That is the correct response. So this encounter is interesting. You can do a lot of this part of the encounter here from up on this ledge. But
it's a pretty good place to stay, but you do have to go down.
You do have to go down eventually to terminate the encounter for reasons that will be clear when you go down there.
That's your target! On your target! Focus on that target!
And that's a direct response, of course, to you.
Get down!
Playing this mission going, hey, you can totally screw with this if you like.
Repositioning! We've got company!
You, there he is. This is the reason why you have to go down here, because if the gunship showed up while you were up there, it would just... Everything would go weird, because I don't believe the gunship has pathing data back in the first area of this encounter. And if it did, it would tend to loiter back there a lot, and that would be really,
Yeah, look how much damage that one volley did to that gunship.
You can kill that gunship before it spawns any enemies in this encounter.
Oh yeah, and I don't know what the fuck happened here. I think it's haunted?
Yeah. Halloween's over. Get rid of that ghost sniper. I've never seen that one before, but that was pretty good.
Yeah, me neither. That's the first for me too. Ouch.
And this is what happens when a gunship flanks you.
Yeah.
It's really not good.
Not the best place for a rocket turret, but why not?
Any place is better than no place at all.
Exactly.
So for this encounter, though, you can knock the gunship out immediately, and it will end the encounter instantly.
Yeah.
Just terminate it. Mission will be over, and the mission will. I believe you still have to go and hit the button, but the mission will be over immediately, basically.
Oh, people everywhere.
Bonk.
That should. Come on, that should have worked.
Commander's in trouble!
Yeah, at this point, I'm kind of getting chunked.
The blaster launcher... Yeah, the blaster launcher has some odd splash damage behavior with enemies on the ground sometimes.
Fuck you.
It also interacts a little weirdly with shields sometimes. Aww.
Punched myself into the next level. And this, again...
Gain skills by punching!
What's my choice? Alright. You can either have the enemies you mind control be much tougher, or you can make it so that when mind control ends, they get their brain ripped to shreds, which I prefer.
That is an incredibly tough call.
Yeah, they're both pretty good choices, but I'm always kind of annoyed at having a full-strength enemy left when mind control ends. I like them to be dead as soon as quick.
Well, I mean, it depends on depending on the enemy you mind control, you can make it. Oh yeah, this is the level where they actually concepted the Modern Warfare 1 style gunship death, which, for obvious reasons, it looks really cool. This level, guy's just taking a nap there. I guess the combat didn't wake him up.
Time to finish this.
Overload.
Carter, you all right?
Oh,
That's all for this place. Bring us home, Barnes.
Hey, Burns. I do like that the helicopter actually comes in a lot of these missions.
Yeah, the side missions, the Sky Ranger comes in just as the mission ends.
Alright, so that was our very last side mission.
Yep, that's it.
Shit gets pretty crazy from this point on.
Yep, nothing but story.